right, folks, I have what I would call the ultimate beater car for you here. This is a 2003 Kia Spectra 4-door sedan. It's got a 5-speed manual transmission. Now, this is why I consider this the ultimate beater car. First of all, let me start it up for you. All right. What makes a car a good beater? Well, first of all, it's got to run good. Okay, and this is a great running little car. All right, you can see no lights on, no check engine light, no warning lights. Doesn't have much in the way of equipment. It's a 5-speed manual transmission. It's got a radio. Let's see if that works. Yes, the radio works, but the most important thing, especially coming into the summer, and in my opinion in a black car, is the fact the air conditioner is ice cold in this thing. As far as options, it's got a rear window defogger, power steering, power brakes. That's it. Okay, now it's not a bad looking car, okay, but it's got a couple of little issues. Oh, here you go, 165,795 on it. All right, so I say there's a lot of life left. You got dual airbags. You can see the seat, you know, it's got a bunch of little holes in it, stuff like that. That door over there, you see the door handle's got a piece of tape on it? It does open, it does work, obviously, as you can see. It's just a pain, but it's not worth me fixing. I'm gonna be selling it so cheaply that all you want this car for is maybe to commute with, or maybe to give to your kid as his first car. It does have a crack in the windshield right there. Okay, let's go and look at the rest of it. Driver's seat, holes everywhere. I don't know if this guy was a big pot smoker or something and got weed burn holes all over, or whether he just was really sloppy with cigarettes. I can't tell, but that's it. All right, let's do the tires. Left front tire, wow, that has great tread. That's probably got 90 to 95% of the tread left. All right, rear tire, not so good. I'm gonna say that's 50% of the tread left, maybe 45. Let's go to the right rear. Right rear, a little bit better. That's probably like 55, 60%. And right front, oh, looks just like the other side. Yeah, so the important tires obviously are the front tires. It's front wheel drive, and you've got 90 to 95% of your tread left. That's a good thing. Obviously, the rear tires aren't as important, and they're not as good. But these also look like they got some pretty good tread patterns. I bet this thing goes great in the snow. Okay, going up the fender, here we go. Little scratch right there. This car has little nicks and dings and stuff all over it. I'm going to be straight with you. Here's your interior, and there's your headliner. Okay, I did clean it, and I did ozone this car, so there's no odor of cigarettes in this car. But if you're like totally against having a car that was ever smoked in, don't buy this car, because it was definitely smoked in. Now, let's check for rust. All right, going around the door here, you can see down the bottom here where it's usually where you get your rust, nothing. Okay, close that door. I just washed it, that's why there's a little bit of water on there, because right now the pollen's coming out, and in like literally a couple of hours, this car is coated with pollen. All right, the back actually looks pretty decent, nice and clean. Okay, here's your inner door frame, and let's go on to this part of the door. Coming around, and as you can see, there's nothing in the way of rust. Got a ding there. Let's close the door. You do have a little ding there. Like I said, it's not a horrible looking car. You know, this is a little loose here, but it's also, like I said, the perfect beater car. This is the car you give to your kids, though, because you know they're going to bang into crap with it, mess it all up. Bumper, it's scratched up, of course. Here, your trunk. Very nice, very clean. And it looks like it even has a 60/40 split fold down seat, so that's good, because if you need to, you know, like if you're sending your kid off to school with this car or something, plenty of room to store stuff. And here you go, there's your tools and a spare tire, so it does have that. All right, let's close this. As I told you, it's Kia Spectra. All right, the deck lid doesn't look bad. Okay, this quarter, yeah, a little scratch there on the bumper. All right, let's do the door. This is your left rear door. You can see again, no rust on this car. I'm very surprised. I mean, granted, it's only 10 years old, but still, you know, a lot of times, even these cars can get rust. And you can just see it's got its nicks and its dings. And let's, of course, here's your driver's door. Let's do this. And again, no rust. So I'm really impressed by that on this car. All right, left front fenders. You can see it looks like the clear coat's coming off there. The hood looks okay though. All right, let's look at the front of the car. Nice clear headlights. All right, bumper, a little cracked right there. Like I said, there's no fog lights or anything. This car is pretty basic. All right, this does have the double overhead cam, 16 valve engine, and that's the strength of this car. I bet you this thing gets fantastic gas mileage. It runs terrific, and it's got ice cold air. What more could you ask for in a really, really inexpensive car? Especially when it's only 10 years old. Okay, let's see if I can figure out how to rev her up here for you. There you go, listen up. All right, folks, now you don't need to be a mechanic to know that that sounds terrific. There's no valve train noise, there's no knocks, no taps, nothing odd at all as far as sounds coming from the motor. No strange odors either. All right, and there's a little ding there, but overall, I'm gonna close this door because I want you guys just to get a nice overall view of this vehicle. It's not a bad looking car. In other words, you're not gonna be embarrassed if you show up or your kid shows up to school driving this car. You know, it's not like it's 20 years old and has dents and is beat to death, but it will be cheap, as I've said several times already, but it would make a very, very good first car or a fantastic little high mileage, very reliable commuter car. Okay, now the fun part. This is always a treat for me. I get to drive this car and videotape and shift at the same time. Fortunately, I don't live, fortunately my lot is not on a very busy highway. Oh, the only mechanical thing I know is, see the handbrake? It's not the strongest thing in the world, all right? It does work, but it's not really strong. So it might need to be adjusted, I don't know. But that'll be up to whoever buys this car. All right, and here we go. I'll take off, get down the highway. Nice clutch feels good. Doesn't seem to slip at all. And there we are, 5 gears, 60 miles an hour. My plate's still a little rattling. All right, and as you can see, take my hand off the wheel. It goes down the road pretty straight. All right, what I'm gonna do is once I get to my usual spot up here, I'm gonna turn around and then we'll head back. I know it's kind of tough because the sun is kind of really bright. It's hard for you guys to see anything in the video, but the car does track down the road nice. I mean, like I said, you've seen the tires are like really good on this thing. All right, we'll do a little turnaround here. All right, nice little car. It has a nice turning radius. And like I said, it does have power steering. I'm so happy that the air conditioning works really good at this. Because the black car, even though it's only like 70 degrees out today, it just gets really hot in here. There we go. As you can see, it gets right up to speed. Honestly, with these little 4-cylinder engines, I would much prefer having a stick shift over an automatic. Just, you know, a little better response. I'll do a brake test, which basically is just going to consist of me pulling into this vacant lot across the street from my place, letting go of the wheel and slamming on the brakes and seeing what happens. All it really tells us is how good the brakes work and how the equalization is. You know, in other words, if it throws the steering wheel really hard one direction or so, you know, you will be able to see. But anyway, that's how we do that. All right, I'm going to turn in here. Got my directional on. I'll bring the camera back so you can see. Right here, a little patch of gravel, and nice. Now, I don't know if you could see that or not, but that wheel did not budge. And also the car stopped very quickly. So that tells me that the equalization is good and that the brakes also are very good on this car. All right, let's do a recap. This is a 2003 Kia Spectra 4-door sedan, 5-speed manual transmission, 4-cylinder engine, which all equals economy. All right, ice cold air conditioning, It's got its bumps, its bruises, you know, its little burn holes. I've gone over all of that with you guys. You know, it's got a little crack in the windshield, etc. But this is not a car you were buying, obviously, as, I don't know what you would buy this car for other than, as I said, a little commuter beater, first car for a kid, that sort of thing. I'll take one more little walk around it. But like I said, it doesn't look horrible. And of course, the best part of this little Kia is going to be, of course, the price. Alright folks, well, as I always do, I hope this car goes to a home that needs a nice, reliable, economical, good running little car. Thank you.